So by end of this class, I expect you to learn what is international health, what are the various United Nations agencies which are like important, like examples WHO, that is World Health Organization, UNICEF, UNDP, FAO, ILO, and WB, that is World Bank. So we'll discuss all these agencies in detail. So what is its contributions towards international health, and some of the bilateral agencies which is of important, like USAID, the Colombo Plan, SIDA, DADIDA, and some non-governmental and other agencies like Rockefeller Foundation, Ford Foundation, CARE, International Red Cross, including Indian Red Cross. So we'll discuss all these things in detail in today's class. So before that, introduction. So what is meant by international health? So before coming to the definition of international health, so all of us know that nothing on earth is more international than disease. So there is a saying called nothing on earth is more international than a disease. So this saying is really true. What we are facing now, for example, the corona pandemic, so that has become internationally possible everywhere, right? So coming to the definition of international health. So international health deals with health across regional or national boundaries. Coming to the word called quarantine, so all of us now very much familiar with the word quarantine. So after this corona pandemic, everybody is very much familiar with this word quarantine, right? So this quarantine word has come long way before, like in 14th century. So that was first procedure that was done in Europe. It is nothing but isolating the deceased people. Okay, strict isolating the deceased people who are having the disease. So that was first, this procedure was first done in Europe. So in way back like in 14th century, when the plague pandemic was there. So almost like during plague pandemic, so the quarantine period was there for 40 days. Okay, so 40 days people were detained for because of the pandemic. So that is called as isolating. Isolating the people who are having disease is called as quarantine. So next, coming to the important agencies, each agency will discuss in detail. The first and foremost important agency is the World Health Organization. It is the biggest organization, which is non-profitable organization. So WHO, that is World Health Organization, it is a specialized non-political health agency of United Nations. So this is an agency of United Nations which has headquarters in Geneva, Switzerland, which has origins in way back, that is in 1945. It was established during the conference to set up United Nations that was held in San Francisco. So first WHO was organized, first WHO was established in 1945 in April. That was it. The headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland. So it is a part but not the subordinated to the United Nations. So the United Nations, it never subordinate WHO. It is just a part of United Nations because it has its own constitution, own government bodies, own membership, and it has its own budget. Okay, so it is a part of United Nations, but never it is a subordinate to the United Nations. So the Constitution was came into force on 7th April, that is in 1948. So that's why we celebrate every year the World Health Day on 7th April. And every year we choose a different theme related to health, which is of utmost concern. Okay. So next, the objective of WHO, World Health Organization, is the attainment by all the people of highest level of health. So every individual should attain highest level of health. So that is the main motto or objective of World Health Organization. So which is set out in the preamble of the Constitution. Coming to the structure, so how this World Health Organization is established. So who are the principal bodies in World Health Organization? So basically it has three principal organs, that is the World Health Assembly, the Executive Board, and it has a Secretariat. So these are the three important principal organs under WHO. So first is the World Health Assembly. So this is the health parliament of nations and the supreme governing body of the organization. So the main functions of this health assembly are to determine international health policies and programs. That means it helps to promote various international health policies. So every country has its own health policies, right, and its own national health programs. So it determines those health policies and national programs to review the work of the past year. So whatever work has been done in the past year that regarding the health issues, whatever like happening in the world in different countries, that can be reviewed every year by the health assembly and to approve the budget needed for the following year and whatever budget is needed uh, for the next year to handle any kind of health issues, any communicable diseases, non-communicable diseases. So the budget will be approved by health assembly. And the next principal organ is the executive board. So executive board meets every like twice a year, okay, generally between Jan to May. So the main function of this executive board is to give effect to the decisions and policies of the assembly. So with the assembly, they discuss and promote whatever services which are required in health related aspects. So it also has power to take action in emergency conditions, such as like any epidemics or any pandemics, any earthquakes or any floods, any disasters which can happen. So it has a power to take immediate action. So that's about executive board. Next is the Secretariat. So Secretariat is usually headed by a director, so Director General. So at present for World Health Organization, we have Director General by name Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus. So he is the one who is the Director General right now. So the primary function is to provide member states with technical and managerial support for their national health development programs. So it always provides technical and managerial support to any kind of national programs which are run by the any country. So these are the three principal organs of under WHO. So next is the regions of WHO. So what are these regions? So usually to meet the different health needs, okay, special health needs of different countries. So every country has its own health needs, right? Some developed countries has different kind of health needs, and developing countries has different kinds of health needs. So to meet or to attain those health needs in different areas, so WHO has divided countries into various regions. So altogether they put it under 6 regional organizations. Okay, so where are these regional organizations are located? We'll see. So there are 6 regional organizations which are present in different countries to meet the special needs of different areas. Okay, so various regional organizations which are present are Southeast Asia, that the headquarters is present in New Delhi, and Africa, the headquarters is in Congo. The Americans headquarters is in Washington DC, and for European region, the headquarters is in Copenhagen. Um, Next, Eastern Mediterranean region headquarters is in Alexandria, and Western Pacific region the headquarters is in Manila. So whatever happens in that particular countries, so they will meet in the headquarters and solve their health issues or health needs. So these regional organizations implement the policies and programs of WHO headed by the regional director. So this is about various regions about WHO. Next, coming to the important aspect, that is the functions of WHO. So, what are the various functions of World Health Organizations which we are seeing these days? So, its first constitutional function is to act as a directing and coordinating authority on international health work. So, it always direct and coordinate various international health work, right? So, suppose now we can take the corona pandemic. Okay, so it is the main health organization which is directing and coordinating various things what's happening internationally. And it also has specific responsibilities for establishing and promoting international standards in the field of health. So next, coming to each and every function in detail. So the first and foremost function is prevention and control of specific diseases. So it helps to prevent and control of specific diseases and also take some precautionary measures how to control various diseases. So almost like all communicable diseases are on the subject of WHO activity. Any communicable disease which come across around the world that can be tackled by the WHO. So the best example of this communicable disease is the smallpox that is globally eradicated, right? So that is the best example, and that is one of the good achievements of WHO. And also, it collects and disseminates epidemiological information on disease through weekly epidemiological records. That means that whatever health-related statistics or any epidemiological data which is available, so what is happening in various countries, that can bring into a single platform and then disseminate the statistics of the world through weekly epidemiological record. Okay, and it also pays attention to non-communicable diseases, and also it extended services to immunization against common diseases of childhood. So these are the various functions under prevention and control of specific diseases. And the next function is development of comprehensive health services. So what is meant by this comprehensive health services? It means that its most important single function is to promote and support national health policies, development of comprehensive national health programs. That means it mainly focuses and it gives it supports the national health policies. Each country has its own national health policies, so it supports the national health policies and also it helps to develop various national health programs in different countries. And the next function is the family health. It also plays an important role in family health in areas like maternal and child health care, human reproduction, nutrition, and health education. So altogether, it forms a family as a single unit. Mainly, it helps to improve the quality of the family by improving these various areas. So next is the environmental health. So it's the WHO it advises governments on national programs for the provision of basic sanitary services. So that means supply of sanitary supply of pure drinking water. So such things, okay, comes under basic sanitary services and proper hand washing techniques. So those things. So next is the health statistics. So this WHO always, like time to time, it disseminates various health data like morbidity and mortality data in the form of statistics. So which will be established in or published in various weekly epidemiological records or world health statistics, which usually published quarterly or annually. So whatever health information regarding statistics, health statistics, that will get updated through weekly epidemiological records or health statistics quarterly and annually in time to time. Next is apart from statistics, WHO publishes international classification of diseases. So international classification of disease usually gets updated every 10 years once. So it is a platform where each disease is classified. Okay, it has given a certain code. Okay, for easily understanding and to get a uniform diagnosis throughout the world. So that's called as international classification of diseases, which is also published by WHO and which gets updated every 10 years. And next is biomedical research. So it has WHO has established very vast information and a lot of network, okay, with various collaborating sectors for promotion of research. So research always helps to update the new things, whatever is happening. So especially the research is targeted towards six tropical diseases like malaria, schistosomiasis, trypanosomiasis, filariasis, leishmaniasis, and leprosy. So these are the diseases which are commonly seen in tropical countries, like where, example, like developing countries. Okay, so a lot of research is going on in this particular field. Okay, that's about biomedical research. Next is health literature and information. So health literature and information is nothing but WHO has the biggest library in the world. So where lot of health information is saved. Okay. So in the form that's nothing but medical literature analysis and retrieval system. It's commonly called as medlas. So everyone might have heard about this word medlas. So where lot of health information and literature has been stored. So which is there available in US National Library of Medicine. So this medlar is the only one which is fully computerized indexing system. So each article, each journal which is present here is indexed. Okay, which covers the entire health literature and information. And the last function of WHO is a cooperation with other organizations. See, it also this WHO has a collaboration with other United Nations agencies like UNICEF, FAO, and all to maintain various degrees of working relationships. So these are the various functions of WHO. So what is WHO? What is the structure of WHO? We have seen who are the principal organs of WHO and what are the various functions of WHO. So WHO is very important question for you. It can come as a short notes. So next we'll move on to next agencies like UNICEF, UNDP, FAO, ILO and WB. So we'll discuss these things in detail. So first is the UNICEF. UNICEF is mainly motto is the main motto or objective of UNICEF is unite for children. Okay, that means that its services are mainly for the development of child. UNICEF. So how to expand UNICEF? It is United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. So it is one of the specialized health agencies of United Nations. So it is one of very specialized agencies because it is mainly focused on the child growth and development. So this was created initially to provide emergency food and medicine to the children after Second World War in countries devastated by any war. So first, it was the main aim when the UNICEF was started. So it used to provide emergency food and medicine to the children who were suffered in war. Okay. So then later on, its services has been extended to various other activities to the children. So the regional office is in New Delhi for the South Central Asia region. So coming to the structure of UNICEF. So UNICEF has 36 members executive board that makes policies, approve programs, oversees administrative and financial plans. So it has an executive board which has 36 members in it, which they make different types of policies and approve different types of national programs and administrative and financial needs can be taken care of. So these the members of the UNICEF will be elected by United Nations Economic and Social Council. They will be there for at least 3 years, and its work is carried out across the world by 7 regional offices. So it has 7 regional offices in various countries. Same like WHO. In WHO, we have seen 6 regional offices, right? Same here in UNICEF also, we have different regional offices to take care of various, to handle various kinds of health issues in different regions of the world. So UNICEF also works in close collaboration with various other agencies like WHO, United Nations Development Program, FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization, and UNESCO. So it combines and collaborates with various agencies. Coming to the services that are provided by UNICEF. Initial years, as I told you, it used to deal only with communicable diseases. Later on, its services have been extended to MCH, that is Mother and Child Health Services, nutrition, environmental sanitation, which includes safe water supply to the rural communities, and also to provide health education and managing various health programs which is directly or indirectly benefited to childhood. So whatever programs or whatever uh, health education sessions or whatever is there, which mainly benefited to child health, all those programs will be taken care by UNICEF. And recently, they stopped involving in communicable disease eradication, and mainly their focus is now only towards the child. Okay, so especially like they give attention to the term called as whole child. So whatever is required for a child development and growth, all the services will be provided by UNICEF. It can be in the form of nutrition, it can be in the form of immunization, or it can be in the form of any maternal and child health services or any sanitation, environmental sanitation services. Everything which is focused towards the child. Only those services are now the UNICEF is providing. Coming to the priorities, so what is its priority? As I told you, the main focus is towards the child growth and development. So it mainly focuses on education and gender equality. It helps to child survival and health integrated early child development, and also it fights against HIV/AIDS, and also it helps to protect the child. So these are the priorities areas of UNICEF. Next, coming to the content of services. So, what exactly the services which UNICEF is providing to the child? It can be child health, child nutrition, family and child welfare, and education to the child. It can be in the form of formal and non-formal education. So, first is the child health. So, child health. So health means mainly it helps or it supports the greatest program that is happening in the country, that is immunization program. So immunization is supported by UNICEF, has made great improvements in the health of the child. Okay, especially to prevent various vaccine preventable diseases. Examples like tuberculosis, polio, diphtheria, measles, pertussis, and tetanus. So these are all the vaccine preventable diseases, right? Right. So all the vaccines that is supplied for this national immunization program is under is done by UNICEF. And next, other methods which includes it also helps to supply micronutrient supplementation and various sanitation and safe water supply services, nutrition and breastfeeding promotion, and family planning practices. All these areas, the UNICEF focuses and improves these areas. Next is child nutrition. So previously, very long back when the UNICEF was just started, it used to give low-cost protein-rich food mixtures. So this is the first organization which has developed various mixtures, okay, food mixtures which contain high protein diet, which contain high proteins with very low cost. So this is the one of the most important organization which has improved various, which has developed various food mixtures to the child for the child growth, proper child growth. Next, collaborates with the Food and Agricultural Organization to aid applied nutrition programs to stimulate and help the rural people to grow and eat foods required for better child nutrition. So, as I told you, main focus of UNICEF is child. So, wherever this any programs or any other agencies which is helping to grow up the child, so it also collaborates with them to improve the child development. So that's why it has collaboration with FAO to improvement of the child nutrition. And it has specific aid for nutritional deficiency diseases as well. So it has a separate grant or aid for any nutritional deficiency diseases which to prevent it. So that's about child nutrition. Next is family and child welfare. So family and child welfare, the UNICEF is mainly aims to improve the care of the children both within and outside their homes. So not only it helps to improve the child care in the within the home and also outside the home. So by it's done by means of parent education, means educating the parents how to care the child, how to make the child eat better, and how to improve the nutrition status of the child. So all the education will be given to the parents, and daycare centers are improved or established child welfare and youth agencies and some of the women's club. So these are all activities or things which are done by UNICEF to improve the family and child welfare. So next is child education. So in collaboration with UNESCO, it assists in expansion of various teaching sciences in India, especially to equip various labs to improve the workshop tools and providing library books and providing AVAs, that is audio visual aids. So these in different institutions like schools or any educational institutions, UNICEF fund gives the fund to improve the education system or education quality for the children. So another most important campaign under UNICEF is GOBI FFF campaign. So this campaign is mainly encourages 7 strategies for child health evaluation. So these 7 strategies are very important for child growth and development. So what are these strategies? So G for growth charts to better monitoring the child development means providing growth charts in various places, various government organizations, especially you can see growth charts in Anganwadi centers, right? So providing growth charts to better monitoring of the child development. Mainly the growth charts we use to monitor how the child is growing, right? And provision of oral rehydration salts like oral rehydration to treat mild and moderate dehydration and promotion of breastfeeding. So what is its importance and giving health education to the mothers by promoting various good breastfeeding practices and immunization services. Like as I told you, UNICEF is the first one to provide various vaccines to the countries by free of cost. That is the vaccines which comes under national immunization schedule. So those are like 6 vaccines, preventable diseases. Right. Next is food fortification. So food fortification means nothing but fortifying the foods. Okay. For examples like adding some nutrient rich vitamins, okay, like iodine or iron to the food, that is called as food fortification. Okay, so to prevent any nutritional deficiency disorders. So food fortification. Next, family planning services, and another F is female literacy. So it improves the female literacy range. So these are the various strategies which comes under OBFF campaign. So this is also another small short notes question for you. UNICEF also many a times they have asked in exams. So you should know what is UNICEF, what is its structure, and what are the its important functions. Okay, so that's about the UNICEF. Next, we'll move on to the small agencies. So one is UNDP, that is United Nations Development Fund. So this United Nations Development Fund, that means that this UNDP also established by United Nations. It mainly aims to this is established mainly um, helps to poorer nations to develop their natural and human resources. It mainly established to help the poorer nations. The areas which is covered under this is educational, science, agricultural, industry, health, social welfare services. So in these areas, it helps poorer countries to develop. That's about UNDP. So next is FAO, that is Food and Agricultural Organization. So this Food and Agricultural Organization is also another important organization. It was established very long back in 1945. Its headquarters are located in Rome. The main aim of this Food and Agricultural Organization is rising the living standards of nation. So it helps mainly to rise the living standards of nation, especially by improving the nutrition status of the nation. Okay, by in the form of improving the efficacy of farming, forestry, fisheries. So these are the main areas, agricultural areas. This FAO targets to improve the nutrition status of the various countries. So it also has a collaboration with WHO to promote some nutritional service and providing good seminars and coordination of various research programs. So it has a collaboration with World Health Organization. So this is the symbol. So that is about World Health Food and Agricultural Organization. So next is International Labour Organization. So this International Labour Organization is also a very old organization that was established in 1990. The headquarters are in Geneva. The main objective of International Labour Organization is to improve the labour conditions and the living standards of the labour in various countries. It mainly promotes the economical and social stability to the country. So by improving the labor conditions, it uplifts the living conditions of living standards of the country. So it also has a collaboration with WHO in various fields of health and labor. So that's about International Labour Organization. Next is World Bank. So all of you must have heard about this World Bank. So this is also one of the agencies established by United Nations. So this World Bank is established to help less developed countries like developing countries or poorly developed countries to improve their living standards by giving loans to them to complete their projects and to improve their economical growth, especially India. Okay, so India has got a lot of funds or loans from the World Bank. So that's about World Bank. So these are the various agencies, United Nations agencies. Next we'll move on to other agencies. They are called as bilateral agencies. So examples like USAID, Colombo Plan, SIDA, DANIDA. So let's see these things. USAID. So this USAID is a bilateral agency that is developed by US government. The main aim of this USAID is to give aid to the India, that is poorer countries or any underdeveloped countries through this USAID, okay, through this agency. So this USAID is created in 1961. So the mission function and its mission functions in New Delhi. So this USAID has a separate organization in New Delhi. So it mainly helps to provide grants and loans for the health projects which are done in India. Okay, examples like malaria eradication for health education, the provision of water and supply and sanitation, control of communicable diseases, nutrition and family planning. So whatever health projects which are happening in these areas, this USAID helps to provide grants and loan to the people. So that's about USAID. So next is the Colombo Plan. So this Colombo Plan is for cooperative development of some of the important developing areas or regions in the world. Those are not nothing but South and Southeast Asia region. So South and Southeast Asia region have some of the countries which are like developing countries. So this Colombo Plan is mainly to cooperate helps to develop the South and Southeast Asia regions. So this plan has come up by this plan has come up from so many countries like examples like Australia, Canada, UK, New Zealand, Japan, US. These are the various countries combined and forms this Colombo Plan. Okay, so the main area of focus under this plan is it mainly helps to develop the areas like industrial and agricultural areas. It mainly targeted to improve the living standard of the people by developing these particular areas like agriculture and industry. And also it also given scope to the people to do fellowships which is offered for free of cost in various countries. Okay, so they can especially for these South and Southeast Asia region countries. So they are providing some of the fellowships for free in the areas of health, so that you can do your fellowship and come back and work in your home country. So it experts visit countries to advise on local problems and help train locals. So that means that they also send some of the people from those countries to the underdeveloped countries like South and Southeast Asian regions to visit the countries and see them what are the local problems what they are facing and to help to provide some aid to the underdeveloped country. So as all of you know AIMS, right? So for AIMS, this Colombo plan is giving financial assistance. So that financial assistance is coming from New Zealand, okay? And also so many cobalt therapy units has been established in our country by the assistance given by Canada. So some of the countries like under this Colombo plan, they come and help the developing countries in various ways. So next is SIDA. So SIDA is nothing but Swedish International Development Agency. It is mainly helps and assists the national program that is called as National Tuberculosis Control Program since a very long time. It mainly helps to provide some of the important things under this program are providing X-ray units, microscopes, and also tuberculosis drugs. It also supports the short course chemotherapy drug regimens which are introduced in 83, 84, and also it helps to done so many projects under RNDCP in various cities. So that's about SIDA. Next is DANIDA. So DANIDA is nothing but Danish International Development Agency. This mainly helps to assist national programs called as National Blindness Control Program since 1978. So that's about bilateral agencies. Next, we move on to other non-governmental agencies, that is NGOs, which are also working to develop the living standards of the countries. So examples of NGOs are Rockefeller Foundation, Ford Foundation, CARE. CARE is nothing but cooperative for assistance and relief everywhere. Next is the International Red Cross, which includes Indian Red Cross as well. So these are the various non-governmental agencies. So let's see these non-governmental agencies, how it functions. So what is its activities? So first is the Rockefeller Foundation. So this Rockefeller Foundation was started in 1930 by John D. Rockefeller, mainly for promoting well-being of the mankind all over. So that is the motto of developing this foundation. It is mainly to promote the well-being of the mankind all over. So early years, its main focus was on public health and medical education. So its services then later on expanded to achievement in health science, life health sciences, social sciences, agricultural sciences, and humanities. And later in India, so it also helps to control hookworm diseases in Chennai, and it also helps to train various people like teachers and researchers in the health field, and also it provides some travel grants to candidates for doing fellowships, and also it helps to develop various medical college libraries, and also most importantly, it helps to establish national virology lab in Pune. Okay, that is National Institute of Virology. So that National Institute of Virology is developed by this Rockefeller Foundation. And now it is also supporting some of the important areas like agricultural, family planning, rural training centers and medical education. So that's about Rockefeller Foundation. Next is the Ford Foundation. So this Ford Foundation was started in 1936. That was established by Edsel Ford. Main focus of this foundation is to receive and administer funds for scientific, educational, and charitable purposes. So they used to give funds to various areas like scientific, educational, and charitable purposes, all for the public welfare action activities in rural health, improving the rural health services and family planning services. So that's about Ford Foundation. Next is care. This is another important question. So that is cooperative assistance and relief everywhere. So it is one of the largest, world's largest independent non-profit international relief and development organization. So it's the world's largest independent non-profitable organization. So when it was established, that was established in 1980. So the main motto or the objective of this care is to provide food to the children between 6 to 11 years. Later, its services has been extended to support food during for the ICDS program. Okay, that is Indian Child Development Scheme and anemia control projects, improved healthcare for adults and girls project, and child survival projects, improving women's reproductive health and family-specific projects. So it has a this care is providing support to various projects, right? Like ICDS, anemia control project, improved healthcare for adolescent girls project, child survival project, and improving women's reproductive health and family-specific projects. So it always has a support for these various projects. So next one is the International Red Cross. So this is also another important section. So this International Red Cross is a non-political, non-official international organization which is devoted to service of mankind in peace and war. That was the first first thing why this International Red Cross has been established. The main aim was to serve the mankind in peace and war. So this was first founded by Henry Dunant. So he is a Swiss businessman. So he has seen various people getting injured during the war that was done, that was happened in Italy. Okay, he started recruiting the volunteers from the nearby villages of the Italy to help the people from relieving suffering of wounds and people who are dying in the war. That's how the International Red Cross has been started. So what is its role? So the role of the International Red Cross is initially it helps to humanitarian services on behalf of victims of war. That was the main motto of initiating this International Red Cross. Later, the services has been extended to help in natural disasters. Okay, and then they also extended its services to other programs, mainly which targets the human suffering, like services to the armed forces, disaster services, first aid services, and nursing and health education, maternity and child welfare services. So this International Red Cross has extended its services. Apart from humanitarian services, it also helps to help and provide help to the natural disasters and also some of the other areas like armed forces, disaster services, first aid services, and maternal and child welfare services. So that is about International Red Cross. Next we come to the Indian Red Cross Society. So I think all of you must have aware of this Indian Red Cross Society. So this was established in India in 1920. So it has over 400 branches in our country. So the main executing programs under this Indian Red Cross are promotion of health, prevention of diseases, mitigation of suffering among the people. So the third aim, that is objective, that is mitigation of suffering among the people, that is the main objective of Indian Red Cross Society. So what are the activities under this Indian Red Cross Society? So what exactly they do? They help to relieve, especially if any disasters occurs, like it can be natural or disasters, and also it helps to provide milk and medical supplies and providing milk and any emergency medicines to the orphanages, schools, hospitals, dispensaries, and child welfare centers. And it helps in armed forces for care of sick and wounded. So we have seen some of the Red Cross homes which are located in Bangalore, only for permanently disabled armed force personnel. And also it has its services extended to maternal and child welfare. So and then it has its extended its services to family planning also in the by establishing clinics in various states, and also it provides some of the blood bank and first aid services in the form of St. John's ambulance, which is a part of this. So that's about Indian Red Cross. The next is the last thing is that is Junior Red Cross. So Junior Red Cross has given opportunity to lakhs of young boys and girls all over the country, which is associated mainly focuses to provide humanitarian activities throughout the country. So it has motivated so many lakhs of young boys and girls to participate or to extend their services to towards the humanitarian activities. The services are in the form of village uplift, first aid services, anti-epidemic work, building up an international fraternity of youth, which promoting international friendliness, understanding, and cooperation. So these are the activities done under Junior Red Cross. So that's all about various agencies towards international health. So there are other many other NGOs which are there, which is also running various. I mean, various NGOs are running in our country, like Oxfam, Save the Child Fund, International Planned Parenthood Federation, Population Council, Voluntary Health Association of India, All India Women's Conference, Indian Medical Association, Child Nurses Association of India, International Agency for Prevention of Blindness, World Federation of the Deaf, International Leprosy Association, World Federation of Medical Education, International Union Against Cancer. So these are the various NGOs, and there are still more NGOs which are running in our country to improve the better improve the standard of health for giving universal health to the people. So that's about this chapter. Thank you. So with this, I have completed all my chapters, like whatever chapters have been allotted to me. So from next week, some other faculty will be engaging in this timing.